I understood that the WBA had already sanctioned about as long as we agreed to fight one of the top 4 contenders, and as long as we had nothing personally to do with the promotion, and as long as we were not going to fight again. But listeners managers they also agreed with it. The governor of Massachusetts agreed with it. The boxing commissioners, my managers, and I wasn't just the only one who signed.
Mm-hmm. But when you did sign, did you know that you were violating the WBA ban?
No, I wasn't even thinking about the WBA. I don't know too much about the WBA. Just so the National Boxing Association and Ring Magazine, they're the only people I respect.
You don't have any respect for the WBA?
Well, I'm not saying I don't know nothing about the WBA. I don't know none of the members of it. I never even heard much about them, but I don't know. I will say to the WBA, what reason do they have to stone me? As Jesus once said when he was being crucified, from which of my deeds do you stone me? Do you stone me because I don't drink? Do you stone me because I don't smoke? Do you stone me because I'm not married to a white woman? Do you stone me because I love my people?
You seem to be implying that perhaps there was some relationship to your belonging to the black Muslim organization and this ban. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I don't think they would make themselves look that bad against the Muslims with the whole world watching. They're only telling the world that they don't like Muslims, and that would be a bad thing to do when Muslims control and own half of the planet. Plus, you have Muslims in the United Nations buildings, and you're just telling the world that you don't like a black man. All black people here in America know that the Muslims are people who want to be independent. If I'm condemned for being a Muslim, you condemning me because you hate to see a black man stand on his own 2 feet. You're telling the black world that you never want to see a black man independent, and this is all you're doing. And this only makes me bigger.
Well, Muhammad, do you think that you are being condemned because you are a Muslim?
No, I wouldn't even at least believe that they would have the nerve to even do it because of that. Maybe they just didn't believe Sonny Liston wouldn't stand another chance fighting me, that's all.
Do you believe Sonny Liston stands another chance?
Well, yes, he stands another chance. They sanctioned the bout with Patterson and Liston, and Patterson went in 1 round. They promoted that to be a big fight, and the ringside seats stayed at $100. They just cut mine to $50. They were at $250. Floyd Patterson knocked out Johansson knocked Patterson out, 7 times in 1 round. They built that up to be a big fight. Floyd fought some unknown fighter by the name of Pete Rademacher who didn't have a pro fight. They built that to be a big fight. This cut and shoot Texas, Roy Harris, they built that to be a big fight. Now here's the biggest man in all history. A few months ago, Sonny Liston. All of a sudden, this fight shouldn't go off because he don't stand a chance. They're just making themselves look bad in the eyes of the intelligent world.
Reports from Boston spoke of you as having calmed down a great deal, that you're not your old self. Is there any particular reason for this? Have you, in fact, calmed down?
Well, I'm still talking, as you see, but on a defensive style. I'm seen to be such a villain now, and I have to talk to speak my piece and what I think about certain things, and this and that, but I'm not talking on the same angle. I was on it campaigning before the fight. Now I'm the champion. I don't have to say the same things.
You know, all this talk about I'm the greatest and all that was just campaigning, is that it?
Yeah, that was just campaigning. After all, I did prove to be the greatest, but I don't have to say it no more. They tell me. I won the title in the ring. I didn't win the title at a desk, and they shouldn't take it at a desk. So the people don't go for this. This is going to start trouble all over the country, because I have many people who love me that don't go for it, and there's enough trouble going on now to be jumping on a man like me who's peaceful.
You think they were jumping on you, though, unjustifiably?
That's right. Why do you want to take my title because I signed the fight? Liston, the world wanting to see the fight. Liston deserves another chance. He lasted a good 6 rounds. Other title fighters, other champions got rematches. Why not Liston? And plus, the world didn't believe that. A lot of them think Liston's going to beat me again. So that don't prove nothing. I guess the NBA thought they just had a defeat, but they just making themselves look bad. They won't have the last say.
Do you have any explanation for this fact that they took the title away from you?
No, I don't. I don't know. They're the ones that have to explain and talk. I don't. I'm clean. I haven't. The world knows I'm clean. I'm as honorable, striving to be like God wants me to be, clean and righteous. And they just have to explain why they're getting me, not me. The world's waiting to hear them. I don't have to. I don't know why they bother me.
Thank you. Terrell, Williams, Doug Jones, and Floyd Patterson?
Uh, well, Cleveland Williams is shot. He's an old fighter. He can't fight. Lesnar knocked him out 2 or 3 times a few years ago. He's no good. He's through. Floyd Patterson is nothing. He wouldn't go around with me. And Ernie Terrell is just a big string bean. He has no rhythm or no style. He's not fast. He wouldn't stand a chance with me. And Doug Jones, he was good meat, but he just got beat. He's nothing. So I'm the world heavyweight champion. Ain't no way to get behind it. You can't take my title at the desk. I didn't win it at the desk, and you can't take it at the desk. If they want my title, take it in the ring. You just can't take my title. People know I'm the world's best boxer. You just can't overshadow me by taking 4 bums and putting them together and trying to make a new champion. It won't work, and the public is not going for it. They'll never be satisfied unless I be beat.
You've been invited to a number of countries, too, haven't you, Cassius?
Yes, sir. Countries such as Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya,
Pakistan,
Malaya.
When do you plan to go?
In all these countries.
When do you plan to go?
In a couple of months, I'd like to start my world tour, and I expect to be gone for as long as a whole year.
Cassius, controversy, not controversy, but there's great interest in the fact that you have joined the Muslim religion. How long have you had this interest, Cassius?
Oh, for the past 6 years, I would say, after hearing a lot of teachings on Negro history and who we were before we got here, and 1 and 1 makes 2, and here I met nothing but Muslims from all over the world, and they all...
You mean here at the United Nations today?
I recognize all of them, and they recognize me. But until then, I could walk in here and wouldn't know nothing about what's going on. But now I can look at people from all over the world, regardless of race, creed, or color, and talk intelligently with them. And most of all, recognize all of my brothers and sisters in the East, people that I haven't recognized over my lifetime.
Cassius, there's some talk about your buying a home here. Have you made the purchase yet?
Well, yes, I'm scouting now, and some home on the outskirts of town I'll soon be picking.
Is this the reason for this particular trip to New York?
Well, yes, I have enterprise set up here. I'm incorporated now, and I have a lot of business to attend to. And like I said, this is the center of the world. A whole lot is going on here. And this is the city.
You're winning the championship. You feel your affiliation with the Muslim religion, being a follower of the Muslim religion, had something to do with your winning the championship?
Well, I would say so. My religion is the only thing that I can give me credit for pulling me through, because 99 out of 100 seem to see no possibility of me winning. The newspaper reporters and everybody all over the world condemned me. They said it would be a mismatch, and couldn't nobody believe it. So my prayers to Allah and faith in my religion, living a clean, righteous life, I have to say that's what pulled me through.
Do you think you'll have to go in the Army before you fight again? Do you know yet?
Well, I really don't know. I'll cross those bridges when I get to them.
Fine. Thank you very much, Cassius.
Yes,
it's been
sir.
real nice to have you here
as
a representative of the boxing world. Thank you.
Sir.
Malcolm, could I talk to you? Yes, sir. United Nations and organizations dedicated to brotherhood and to world peace.
Well, as I heard you explaining to Cassius this afternoon about first the ability to sit down and discuss the problem. Well, this is what makes the UN what it is. They discuss the problem, whether they disagree or not. They at least discuss the problem. And but America needs to do the same thing on a domestic level where the race problem is concerned. They need to discuss the problem, but they don't need to discuss it with Uncle Tom, whom they themselves have placed up as spokesman for Negroes, because that Tom is not going to say anything but what his master wants him to say, and you can't get to the root of a problem by listening to some parrot say what you've already told it to say. So the first thing they've got to do is discuss the problem, analyze it, get to the root of it, and then they can come up with a solution. And the only black man in America who will spell out the real causes of the problems and the facts in the problem is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
A deal of talk about the Muslim religion, those following the Muslim religion being purveyors of hate. I wonder if you'd clear that for
Cassius has been following the religion of Islam, the Muslim religion, for the past 4 or 5 years. And he's always been the most likable, friendly person in the world. And I think you'll find that all Muslims who follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad have the ability to make friends with everyone.
Where did this come from, the title of the Muslims being a hate group?
Well, the press, the anti-Muslim press, tried to paint that distorted image purposely to make most of the Negroes in this country afraid to be identified with us.
What is this?
But Cassius destroyed that image the other night when he knocked out Sonny Liston.
Same connection, Malcolm. Would you clarify this charge that has been made? Are you free now to speak?
Yes, I am, and have always been a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and a practicer of the religion of Islam.
There is no such thing as a split between you and
No,
Muhammad?
the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught me everything I know and made me everything I am.
What is, on a personal basis, what is your ambition as a follower of the Muhammad religion, of the Muslim religion?
Well,
what would you like to see come about?
Well, number one, most of the efforts to analyze the racial problems in this country are very hypocritical, and seldom do they ever face the facts that are involved in the issue. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad's analysis of the cause of the race problem in this country is an analysis that's based on reality, but most people can't face reality. And since they can't eliminate the fact that what he's saying is truth, they try and say that it's hate. And if they were to accept his analysis and listen to his solution, you wouldn't have any trouble in America.
Here's my buddy. Here's my buddy. Yes, sir.
Here's
Glad to see you.
Congratulations. Very well done.
Yes,
Very
sir.
well done. Very well done.
From Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
Chief Adebo,
must get in touch with you.
Chief Adebo, would you say a word about, is this your first time to meet the ambassador?
This is not my first time of
Is this your first time to meet the champion?
since he became champion, yes.
You're the
But I met
ambassador
him
from...
before that.
You did. Where did you meet him, ambassador?
I met him in Harlem on the occasion when he and his friends were doing honor to a countryman of mine who is their friend, Dick Tiger, who is also a boxer.
From your country?
I'm very pleased to be able to do the same compliment, to return the compliment today to Cassius Clay.
Yes, sir.
Congratulate
Glad
you
to
from
see you,
the bottom
brother.
of my
Yes,
heart.
sir.
I hope that you have a good regime as a
Thank you.
champion,
Yes, sir.
and I wish you all the luck in the world.
Do you plan to visit Nigeria on your
Yes,
trip?
sir. That's one of my main stops, Africa.
The new organization that you start affect politics? How much will you try to influence Negro votes in the coming election, let's say?
Well, we will not be a political organization, but as Muslims, we will be Muslims. I will try and teach the religion of Islam among the so-called Negroes and make them Muslims. But still, we will be flexible enough to speak out on issues that will make our people politically mature enough to be aware of the political power that they hold. In the present situation, most Negroes don't know the political power they hold. They don't realize that they can put the man in the White House or they can take the man out of the White House.
There have been frequent charges that the black Muslims have preached hatred against whites. What will the attitude of the new organization be toward that?
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad has never taught any hatred against anybody. He teaches black people to love each other and unity and harmony among our own people, and we'll teach the same thing. I will never teach anything any different from what I've learned from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Malcolm X, you've been very close to the new heavyweight champion, Cassius Clay. Do you expect that he might leave the Nation of Islam with you?
No. As I stated earlier today, it's not my intention to encourage any Muslim who follows the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to leave him. In fact, it's my intention to encourage all Muslims to remain under the spiritual guidance of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That includes Cassius Clay.
I'm not surprised at him leaving us, but I'm surprised at what he said and what he hinted on. But I do think that Mr. Malcolm still believes in Islam. I don't think that his deviating from us means anything like the slowdown of progress of converts. I don't think that will hurt us at all.
Malcolm X was part of the image, and Malcolm X was a fiery man, a feared man by many.
The power structure had successfully created the image of the American Negro as someone with no confidence, no militancy, and they had done this by giving him images of heroes that weren't truly militant or confident. And now here come Cassius, the exact contrast of everything that was representative of the Negro image. He said he was the greatest. All of the odds were against him. He upset the odds makers, he won. He became victorious. He became the champ. They knew that as soon as, if people began to identify with Cassius and the type of image he was creating, they were going to have trouble out of these Negroes, because they'd have Negroes walking around the street saying, I'm the greatest.
Do you feel your recent marital difficulty will affect your career in any way?
No, that's nothing. That's out of the way. That'll soon be over. We'd rather not discuss it in public. It's in the courts. They'll handle it. Well, this is just another small problem that will soon be out of my way.
Has anything occurred in connection with this that has dissatisfied you in any way?
No, nothing. Nothing can stop me. As you know, I've been under all type of controversy, all kind of pressures, not only by one individual, but by rumors about hundreds of Malcolm X's boys coming to assassinate me in the ring, 300 policemen guarding me, people taking insurance on my life. Nothing worries me. This is nothing but a small thing that will soon be out of the way.
After your last fight, there was a lot of controversy which came up, and now they want to have federal boxing legislation. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know what they're going to do. Whatever they're going to do, they're going to do. I'm nothing but a champion, and I can't really stop nothing as far as that's concerned, but whatever they think's best, they'll do.
Are you in favor? Do you think it'll help boxing?
Well, I don't think, only thing I think will help boxing is what I've been saying, and I'll keep saying, is we need more white hopes, more good white contenders. That's the only thing will help boxing.